7. Oh yeah, this one. That was a dope one. What else we got? I already listened to that one. I was playing that one first. Whoops. Okay, let's see what's on 5. Oh yeah, this one's tight. Nice. All right. Let's hear one more before we get started here. I'm trying to remember which ones were the ones I made on the last stream. Let me just listen to this one. What's on 2? Oh yeah, this is one of the last stream ones. Yo, Gather Through It. What's up, bro? Alright, so here's the thing about the update. Dude, I just installed it, so we're gonna find out together how much I like it. But I was reading through the notes, it seems pretty chill. You can like reverse samples now. There's like different like sample rates that you can record as well. Like you can do like a lo-fi like 22 kilohertz or something. And a bunch of other cool stuff. So we're gonna figure out together how awesome it is. I got the notes up on the side here, so we're gonna read through that. vocalist though, dude. Chaos button. Oh yeah, bro. Just a day in the life, right? Alright, so I know I said that was the last one, then I was gonna get started. Dude, I gotta hear the other one. So I made two on stream last time. Where's the other one? ¿Dónde está? That's not it. Dude, I gotta like write this down or something. That's not it. P8, dude? Oh yeah, this is the other one I made on stream. This is the last session on Tuesday. Dude, I was trying to make it like kind of echo out, but it definitely didn't work. I did have delay on the horn, but I didn't stop the pattern when the horn was playing. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, well, now that I've corrected that mistake, what's up, y'all? How's it going, everyone? Dude, got Earthrid. What do we got going on here, dude? They added some more options. Haven't updated any of my units. Dude, my man's got the multiple units. Do you have two KO2s, or do you have a KO2 and a EP, whatever the medieval one's called? That one seems fun, but I haven't, I've been doing alright with this one, so I haven't got that one. Dude. Oh yeah, the scene switch at the bar. Yeah, I definitely have messed around with that setting. I don't know, maybe I'm a creature of habit, and I'm too used to the way it works, before they added that feature, so I feel like I'm just, living in the Stone Age here, but it's all good. I'll have to mess around with that. But yeah, what's up, y'all? Welcome. And yeah, today we got a fun little session going on. I did a KO2 session earlier in the week, and someone had commented on the stream and was like, or after it finished or whatever, and they were like, yo, there's a new firmware update. And I was like, dang, didn't even know that. I wouldn't have known unless Johnny Commenter, I don't know who exactly it was, but someone said there was an update. So I was like, let's go ahead and check it out. So that's kind of what we're doing today, is scoping out the new KO2 firmware update, which came out on Wednesday, I think. I think it was the day after I streamed. They came out with it. So yeah, there's a bunch of cool new features, and we're going to see what's up with them and make some beats and whatnot. So let's go ahead and check it out, starting with the firmware update. Dude, Gat Earthwood said, got me a dupe medieval accidentally? Oh. Oh, you have the rhythm? Dude, that rhythm? Dude, that's so sick. That mic seems so fun, the Ting. Dude, I gotta get one of those. It's just like, I don't know. It's got an interesting vibe is all I'm gonna say. Dude, the 128 megabyte? Yeah, dude, I'm like, so right now I was looking at the web version, web tool. I have 32 megabytes full on this thing, so I'm halfway. I'm at half capacity. But yeah, having 128 would be like, that'd be a lot. We make 64 work though, it's not too bad. And yeah, I feel like the medieval one, it's kind of like locked to 64. Like it has 128, but like you can't delete the samples on it or something. Can't really remember. Anyways, all right, let's go ahead and check this out here. Dude, I'm gonna have to do some screen switching. All right, watch this. Boom. Dude, this thing's like mad zoomed in though. Maybe I can unzoom it. Nope, doesn't do anything. Dude, Teenage Engineering's website, it's like so marketing focused. It's not optimized at all. Okay, dude, let's check out some of these updates. And I have the firmware installed on KO2, so we'll be able to mess with it in practice. But yeah, let's just scope it out, see what we got. So number one here, or here, let me move this actually, so I don't have to angle my head. Oh, so with the medieval, it's 3/4 is locked to samples. I gotcha. That's not too bad, I guess. Well, actually, that is kind of bad. But it could be 4 out of 4 and not 3 out of 4. So at least you have some wiggle room. Dude, what's up, Linda-san? What's cracking? All right, so let's check this out. And up first we got, dude, USB audio. This is pretty dope. I actually have the USB audio going into, it's getting listened to by OBS. So the audio that's coming from the unit. Here, actually, I can show you proof. Watch. I'm gonna unplug the headphones, and you should still be able to hear it. Yeah, and now it's playing out of the speaker, which does not really sound great, but it's all good. So yeah, USB audio, that's pretty chill. Good for, yeah, if you're recording audio, like if you're recording your beat into like a DAW or whatever, you don't have to fiddle with a bunch of cables and audio interfaces. You can just plug the USB in, which is pretty dope. And then they also talk about being able to use like a phone. You can like sample with a phone. That's a little tricky though, because I generally use this thing like the USB's powering it. So I feel like if my phone was powering this, it would be like, I don't know, my phone would probably die really quickly if I did that. So maybe that's if you have like batteries in it or something, it's more practical to do that. But that is pretty cool that you can just plug the USB in and, you know, sample from Koala or whatever. One cable. We love one cable solutions. So yeah, USB audio, pretty dope. Dude, Linda-san's got the OG KO2 and the Rhythm. Dude, yeah, the firmware's tight, man. I just installed it today actually, so I don't even know. We're gonna figure out how cool it is, but definitely I was reading the notes, seems pretty chill. Dude, reversing samples, this one's gonna be fun. I'm definitely gonna try this with like a sliced drum break. In fact, yeah, maybe I'll just do that instead of like yapping about all these notes and stuff. All right, let's try that. So reverse sample. So yeah, you couldn't reverse samples before, now you can. There's an option in the timing for the pad. And this is pretty cool because it seems like it's per pad that you can reverse samples. So if you have like a sliced sample, you might be able to reverse some of the slices, which I think will come in handy with the sliced drum breaks. So let's try it out. All right, switch back. So saith I. I need to get one of those things where you push the button and it changes the scene. That would be pretty cool. All right, blank pattern. I think this one's empty. That's what's up. All right. Dude, Gat Earthwood uses the USB-C to 1/8 inch TRS. Dude, yeah, the adapter is pretty useful. I was gonna say, I have one of those somewhere. I don't know exactly where though. All right, so let's record in a drum break and check out this reverse playback type situation. What do we got here? Just some like rock and roll type drums. Dude, hell yeah, bro. sounding. Dude, is it really gonna take me forever to find a drum break? Let's just get a good one. My man brought the whistle to the studio, dude. It's too much. Maybe this one. It's very high tempo, but I think this will work. All right, so let's sample it in. Oh, you know what, bro? Let's test out another thing too. I know, I'm like jumping back and forth between these notes. We're gonna skip around a little bit and scroll down to this one. Dude, choose your sample rate. You can do a lo-fi now. So yeah, apparently you can, there's like settings where you can change, yeah, so change the sample rate by holding or pressing shift and erase, system menu, then there's a sample option, and then you have three options. There's low, which is 26 kilohertz, and then 32, and then of course 46 is the high fidelity. So yeah, 26, that's I'm trying to think how that compares to like some older samplers. I feel like the Lo-Fi 12 XT does I think it's 22 kilohertz. So that's Lo-Fi. I'm trying to think what the I think the P6 can go even lower than that, than 26. I feel like it can go to like 14 maybe, or 12. So yeah, not super duper lo-fi, but definitely lo-fi enough. 26 is like, dude, it's probably gonna sound like SP303 type situation. So yeah, let's record the drum break in using the lower sample rate. So you got to do shift and erase for system, get over to sample, and then do it. What do we got here? USB, record, it's probably this one. Oh yeah, here we go. How low can you go? Let's try it out. Okay. You have to press enter to do it. All right, so let's sample it in. You know what? Let's do a little comparison. Why not? So I'm going to do shift system. All right, I got to admit, this is a little bit annoying that you have to like kind of go back into these system menus to change it. It would have been cool if you like press sample and then there was like some way to change it from there. So like if you want to record at different rates, you can kind of hot swap it, but that's not the situation here. It's okay. It's not that complicated. All right, so this one's going to be mid. And what is mid again? Mid is 32,000, 32 kilohertz. Okay. So for this one, that's the low one. And let's do this one. Wait, what's going on here? Why can't I do it to this one? Do I have a sample there? I don't know how that got there. Okay, so this one is going to be in mid. And then we'll do one last one. Shift erase all the way to the end. Sample, record, high. Well, hello. Okay, and then this one. Okay, so we got low, mid, and then high. I feel like the high end is a little bit more audible in the high. Oh, you know what I'll do? We can do mute group. So yeah, the kind of like shaker, hi-hat, sort of high end, all that stuff is a lot easier to hear on the high, and then it gets a little bit warmer and crunched up a bit. Not really crunched up, but it's like, it's harder to hear the high end basically on these lower sample rates. But where you're you're really going to hear the difference is when you pitch it down. So once you've got it recorded in at the higher recording setting, when you make changes to the pitch, it kind of like it can more accurately decrease the pitch without getting all the kind of lo-fi artifacts. But if you're using a lower sample rate and then you decrease the pitch, that's where it's kind of missing a lot of that information, so it'll sound even more like kind of crazy. So let's see what that sounds like. So we're going to bring it all the way down. Alright, so it doesn't sound too much different, reduced in pitch, but yeah, I would say definitely the lower ones are a little bit warmer, a little bit nicer, so if you want to mute the high end a little bit on your sample, you could switch to the lower one. Apparently it takes up less space on the limited sample storage space, 64 megabytes. It's not a lot, so having smaller samples is good for that reason as well. But yeah, pretty chill. I guess, yeah, again, it would be really cool if you could like change it from here, the sample screen, and not have to, I don't even remember how I was doing it, erase all the way to the end, record. Dude, we're gonna keep it on low. How low can you go? Dude, this should make it very low. Keep it like super duper crunchy. Dude, Linda Sun says, definitely a lot of different configurations, similar to 4.4 Mark II. Yeah, definitely the settings. In fact, I don't really mess around too much in this settings menu beyond, yeah, I don't even know what I come in here for. I usually just stay away from it because it's like, I don't know. There's a lot going on here. It's basically what I'm trying to say. All right, dude, sample rate, that's chill. And then, and I did want to mess around with the reverse samples too. So actually, let's just figure out how to do that. So you go sound, edit, and it said that it was in the timing option. And then from here, what am I supposed to do? It says rotate the X knob until the reverse option shows up. Dude, hell yeah. So they put it in like the time stretch menu, I guess. It's not too bad. Okay, so yeah. So I did have an idea with this where you can like reverse some of the slices to kind of get like a ping pong effect. It's not as easy as just setting it to ping pong mode or whatever, but it is helpful for samples like slice drum breaks where you want to kind of like stretch it out a little bit but not use something like time stretch. And the pitch shift is like a little bit too dramatic of an effect, I guess. So anyways, let's try slicing it and then we can talk through what's going on. So we'll do chop. Whoops. Dude, did not mean to do that. All right, let's do it again. And then I'll also pitch it up a little bit too. Okay. So yeah, chop it up. Okay, and so yeah, I kind of space it out in a weird way. Basically, my idea is I want these to be like the forward chops where it plays like forward, and then I want the ones underneath them to be like the reverse chops. I probably could have done that better, but it's okay. So yeah, then what I want to do is you go sound, and we're going to copy the pads. So Shift C, Shift D, Shift C, Shift D. Oh, whoops. All right, so now I've got like 2 copies of each of the slices. And so with the ones underneath, like I said, I want them to be reversed. So let's do that. Shift edit. Okay, so does this work like how I imagine in my head? Oh man, it's definitely hard to finger drum. Well, here, let's try this. So I'm going to put some notes down. What is that all about? Oh, I see why it's doing that. So I have to trim some off the end here. Let's do trim. That's not pleasant sounding. Okay, so yeah, listen to the sequence. So you can hear there's gaps because the tempo is not fast enough. The drum break is too fast, and I have the tempo set to 85. So there's like kind of segments of the break that there's like an open section. It's like dead air. So theoretically what you could do is you could play that same slice in reverse to kind of fill the space a little bit. Dude, that's hard to do though. It's like definitely not intuitive. Did this one too early. How do you adjust it? Yeah, this one just sounds kind of wonky. Whoops. And yeah, the idea is you could bring the tempo even lower than what the break is, but because it's ping-ponging, it's like, I don't know, staying in time, quote unquote. Alright, so that's kind of like a in-depth workaround, I guess. Probably not what you'd normally use the reverse sample for. Probably just sounds cool to like have some sample chops be like reversed, or maybe reverse like, dude, like reversing a horn would sound pretty sick. You get kind of like a cool ping-pongy type effect with that. So maybe we'll mess with that more later. But yeah, definitely the reverse playback has its uses. Probably not so practical for slice drum breaks. Okie dokie. Dude, reversing samples. So I'm gonna have to remember that one. Sample rate, we already messed around with. This one is gonna be sick. Definitely for, yeah, a lot of different types of samples. But I'll just have to remember to switch it if I ever want to do like kind of a hi-fi sample. But yeah, you do that by just going to the system menu, getting to sample, and then switching the record option to low, or mid if you want. Alright, longer mono samples. Dude, 40 seconds, that's what's up. No further comment. Equal length auto chop. Yeah, this, I guess if you were like importing, you know, like perfect loop type samples from your sample library and you just wanted to like get an even slice, this would be a useful feature. I kind of just record everything in from like an external device, so it doesn't really help me that much because there's usually a lot of dead air at the end, or I mean, I try to stop the recording on time, but it's definitely not perfect. So this, not very impactful for me, but it could be cool for you if you have, yeah, sample library where you have those perfect loops that you want to chop up evenly. What else we got? Dude, arpeggio and keys mode improvement. Dude, arpeggio, that's when it like plays multiple notes like ding 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 ding. Or that's like note repeat. I think this is if you like hold multiple notes, it'll like kind of play them all in a sequence or something. That could be pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, let's try messing around with it. I don't know too much about ARPs, so we'll scope it out. Da 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 da. Dude, struggling here. Okay, so let's record in a sample, a melodic sample. Let's see if I can find one. Check the old sample library here. The usual suspects. Dude, that's pretty loud. Dude, I'm not sure what sample would sound cool with this. Probably like a single note of an instrument, like one piano key or something. All right, let's check my other folder here. Sounds, piano. Maybe this one. Let's try it out. All right, so we're gonna record it to B. Whoops. Okay, how do you do the arpeggio? On today's episode of How Do You Do the Arpeggio, let's read the instructions. Okay, to activate it, just enter keys mode. Check. Hold timing and press multiple pads. So you hold timing. Guess that's what it's supposed to do. I don't know. So that's, you can do it with one shot or legato. So let's try maybe switching to legato, see what that sounds like. Sound mode, legato. Timing. Maybe it sounds cooler with like a shorter sample. Let me try adjusting the trim on this thing. So we'll keep it in one shot and then make it short. Whoa, what the hell? Dude, do you see this? It's like the display looks super weird. I guess it's showing you like the number, like how many seconds it is as it plays. Dude, that's kind of neat, I guess. Maybe if you're like looking for like a visual indicator for a place where you want to set the start point. Okay, does this sound any cooler? I don't know, maybe I just don't get it. It's all good though. I'm sure someone's having a lot of fun with ARPs, but maybe not me. All right, cool, dude. Oh yeah, Gatterthur is saying trim is a new thing too. We'll check that out once we get to it. Okay, so the arpeggiator, you enter keys mode, then you hold timing, and it only works with one shot or a legato. That's what's up. Oh, and then we get the everything else section. This is all of the above. Okay, improved time stretching. Cool. Okay, so this is what GatherThread's talking about. So added crop sample to trim points. Hold shift plus sound in the trim page to permanently trim the file on disk. Dude, that's kind of cool. Let's see if we can do that. Back to A. Okay, just let me make a mental note here. Hold shift and sound in the trim page. Got it. Locked in. Shift and sound on the trim page. Can do. Okay. Let me load this sample up again. Sound 08. Dude, what the heck? Oh, it's 146. Whoops. Okay, so no. 146. So this drum break, you can hear there's like an extra kick at the end. Like I didn't stop the recording on time. Yeah, so there's a kick at the end, which makes it so it's not a perfect loop. So let's try to trim it out. So we go to trim. Oh, dude. And then so you see the numbers. So you kind of have like a, yeah, so now I can kind of keep an eye out for the number where the kick is. Or maybe I could just turn the end knob. So I can still hear the kick. Let's do like kind of small adjustments here. Still there. Oh, see, so now it's gone. All right, so I trimmed it out, but the sample still has it in the file. It's just telling it to end before the kick comes. All right, pop quiz. How do you do this? Dude, shift and edit on the sound page. Did I get that right? Shift and sound on the edit page, on the trim page. Okay, so shift and sound. So I did get it right. Oh, and you see, so then it says CRP, so it's cropped. And so now if I were to try to adjust the endpoint to back to where that extra kick was coming in, it doesn't work. Nice. So you have a little bit of sample editing capabilities on this thing, which is pretty cool. I mean, you don't really have like a waveform display, so that's usually like the easy indicator for like how to crop samples, is you can see like the transients and where the extra drum hit is that you want to get rid of or whatever. But yeah, being able to do it even without being able to see it is pretty cool. And there's a lot of samplers that like don't have that function. Like I think P6 you can't do that. There's no crop function. You kind of just like whatever you have, you have. And the Lo-Fi 12 XT might be like that too, where you can't crop it, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's what's up. That helps you kind of clean up your samples a little bit, especially if you're like me and kind of just recording stuff in and not really using like stuff from a sample library that's already like a perfect loop, like I mentioned before. Dude, my bucket list. What's up, bro? Welcome, dude. Yeah, dude, the thumbnail, I like to use the one with the Hercules from Dragon Ball Z because he looks really scared, and every time I break this thing out, I'm like, dude, do I remember all the button combinations? And usually the answer is no. But good thing people like GatherThread are in the chat to keep me honest and help me navigate. All right, so dude, being able to trim samples, that's pretty cool. Handy feature. So that's the crop sample, what you call it. Dude, oh, this is the one that I was just talking about. Added playback position display, sound edit trim. So it shows you when you hold the pad down. Basically, it's the number that kind of goes up towards where it gets to the end. So that's kind of cool. Again, it's like you don't have a waveform display, but if you can see the number, that helps you kind of anchor where you want to put the slice marker or whatever. Handling disk full when saving samples. Not sure what that's about. Shift crop. Don't know what that's about. Or shift chop, I mean. Pad LEDs could get stuck. So a lot of fixes. So not really interested in that stuff, but glad that they're fixing bugs, etc. Sequencer and performance. Dude, what do we got here? Per pad pattern. Copy and paste. So I guess, yeah, you could copy just the notes that are recorded to a single pad instead of having to copy the whole track and then like delete stuff. That's kind of cool. Erase fader automation. Oh, wow. Oh, per function. So before you had to erase the whole thing, like it would erase like low pass, high pass, level, whatever. But I guess now you can just erase like one, like just the level, just the pitch or whatever. That's kind of cool. Oh, dude, that actually gives me kind of an interesting idea of like you could record pan automation to like kind of move samples in the stereo field. Make a note of it. All right, what else we got? Timing correct, per pad time shift. Hold a pad and then press plus or minus to shift all the notes in that track by one tick. That's interesting. I do have an idea for how to use that. You could probably do that with like a hi-hat. Like you put all the hi-hat like quantized on the grid, and then you could use this function to like kind of push all the hi-hats back, maybe. Dude, let's try that out, I guess. We'll give it a shot. We're exploring all the use cases today. So what I need to do is record some drums in. Dude, I've already got all these like slice drum break type stuff going on this first pattern. Whoa, dude, what the heck? Dude, apparently I forgot to delete all these sequences. Let me just do that really quick. All right, erase. It's like, it's never a good sign when you go from scene 1 to scene 17. It's like, what do we got going on here? Okay, so we're going to commit that so I can have those drum break slices dialed in, I guess, if I want to keep those. And then erase it. And then do this one to 0. Okay, so we have 4 pads to work with. These ones in the corner. Not so bad. So let's record some drums in. Starting with the snare drum, I suppose. Let's see what we got here. That one's tight. It's got a little vocal, what you call it on it. All right, this one definitely gets the job done. And it's set to mono, which is good. Oh, whoops. Okay, so what we're going to do is very basic sequence. We're going to put the snare on the 2 and the 4. And then let's find a kick drum. Where are we at? This one works as well. Dude, I like that low sample rate. That's what's up. Okay, so then this one will be on the 1 and the 3. All right, so pretty basic pattern. Now let's get hi-hat, and then this is where I think it'll really shine. Whoa, dude. All right, sample it in. All right, so very basic sequence here, and then I'm just gonna put the hi-hat on every quantized, like, what would you call that? The 8th note, I think. All right, so sounding super duper quantized. In fact, I actually need to do something to the hi-hat. Let me adjust the envelope a bit. Shift edit. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to shift the hi-hats forward, so it's kind of got like a off timing sort of feel to it, which again, in all kind of realistic applications of this, you'd probably just record it in live and not be resorting to this kind of stuff, but we're experimenting here. Okay, how do you do this? I need to read the instructions. Timing correct, per pad time shift. hold a pad, and then press plus or minus to shift all notes in that track by 1 tick. Okay. Hold a pad, press plus or minus. Can do. So this is the pad. Then you press plus. Did that do it? What seems to be the problem, officer? Let's see here. It says hold a pad and press plus or minus to shift all the notes in that track by 1 tick. Dude, did we discover a bug? It's probably user error, but why isn't it doing it? My expectation is that all the hi-hats that I had punched in would be shifted forward. Maybe I have to be in the timing menu? Nope. It might be because I have the timing set to free. Perhaps you have to have it set to quantize for it to work. Okay. How do I change that? Nope, that's swing. What does this one do? Okay. That was at 8, so I'm just going to leave it there. Timing correct. Okay. So maybe you have to have timing correct on. Dude, that would kind of suck, because then everything else would be snapped to the grid, right? No, it's not doing anything. Am I supposed to do it here? No. You have to hold timing and then do it. No, it's definitely just on the grid. What the heck, dude? Alright, well, like I said, it's kind of an involved workaround, and I feel like if you're just playing it live, you might get the unquantized feel a little bit easier than shifting everything. But it is similar to a trick you can do on like the older MPCs where you could, yeah, basically have the hi-hat recorded, quantized, and then there was like a way to push all the notes. Like I would do that on the MPC 2000 XL sometimes. But yeah, definitely would just recommend keeping it set to free and then just kind of winging it. All right, that's what's up. Dude, let me check up on the chat here. What do we got going on? Dude, Cat Earthred says, cleaner way to keep the size down. Yep, using the lower sample rate for sure. Dude, automating the filter. Nice. Dude, that could get a good acid sound. I need to mess around with that. I'm like scared to use this filter because I'm pretty sure it's like a fader gate issue. I got this thing like right when they came out and it definitely is wonky as hell. And I remember like it being super wonky and I was like, oh, it's kind of like the Pocket Operator, you know, like the knobs are just a little fiddly. And it's like, no, that's a quality control issue. It's like, it should not be doing that. It shouldn't be jumping all around in the values. Anyways, I just chalked it up to being a teenage engineering kind of idiosyncrasy or whatever. So yeah, I generally stay away from the filter for that reason, but it's all good. Dude, Simon Vergarden, thanks man, appreciate that. Dude, my bucket list says, have you ever tried Cymatics lo-fi samples? Have you tried using attack? Drag it back on the sample you want swung. It's gonna be tedious by my work. Yeah, the attack could do it. You could also do it by the start point of the sample if you recorded, I guess if you recorded 2 of the drum hit, you could have the start point be like earlier than when it actually starts. It's kind of like an old school trick for nudging stuff off the grid. So that's definitely an option, dude. But no, I haven't ever tried the Cymatics lo-fi samples. Sounds cool though. Okay. So yeah, that was the, what was I even looking at? Timing correct per pad. Okay. What else we got? Hold FX during latched resampling to tweak FX live. Dude, I'm not an expert resampler on this thing, so we're not even going to try that. And then it's just a bunch of fixes, PO, sync, etc. Dude, I love to see all the fixes. Fix all the bugs, solve all the problems. What else we got? Keys mode. Dude, new scale and key selection. Looks like they added some scales. That's what's up. Melodic minor, etc. Scale and key are now saved per project. That's pretty cool too. And then the MIDI stuff. Oh, you can do CC64, sustain. Got it. MIDI identity. I don't really know too much about all that stuff. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, it seems like the main standout features are the lower sample rate, which is pretty dope. So definitely check that out. And then the reverse has certain uses that you could probably use depending on what you got going on with your arrangement. USB audio is pretty sick. I'm using that right now. Seems quite useful. I'm surprised it took them that long to put it in. Because you could do USB MIDI, like I think since launch, perhaps, but they just added the audio. Nice. Okay, cool. Well, we got to take a tour of the features. Let's like actually make some beats. So thanks for bearing with me while I checked out all the new features. All right. So first things first, dude, I think I'm just going to get rid of all this stuff and start fresh. There's a way to do that. Holding erase, main, and the pattern pad. Project delete. Dude, my man Gad Earther taught me how to do that. Shout out to him. Okay. Dude, clean slate. We love to see it. Alright, so let's load up a sample. What do we got? I haven't thought too much about what we're going to work with today, so let's just kind of shop around. Dude, that's kind of a cool loop. It's a little short though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe we can do something with the reverse to like kind of give us an interesting section of it. Yeah, let's record it in. We'll record it in and then we'll see what happens next. All right, bank D, bada bee. Let's listen to the difference between stereo and mono. It sounds better in mono. Stereo, it was like, there's a lot on the right side, or maybe that's the left side. So let's just record it in mono. Nice, I can dig it. Okay. Nice. So yeah, I like to kind of just listen to it at different pitches to figure out what I want to do. Sounds chill. All right, so now we get to chop it. Dude, I always press it again to be like, all right, let's restart, because I kind of want to listen to it first before I start tapping it, and that doesn't work. It just puts the slice down. So let's try again. Okie doke. What do we got here? Alright, I think I have to adjust the start point on some of these, so let's get that out of the way. This one specifically. Dude, would you call me crazy if I wanted to pitch it down even further? Because that's what I'm feeling right now. Alright, let's do it with the fader, actually. Alright, so let's mess around with this reverse stuff. So I'm going to copy some of the pads here. Dude, this one's going to sound tight. So we'll go sound, shift C. Shift C, and then select a blank pad, shift D, and then we'll go to edit, or maybe I should copy all of them before I do it. We'll do this one too. So shift C, shift D. This one too. And then we have one slot left. Can't remember if I already did this one. Let's do it. Boom. Okay, so I've got these 4. These are copies of pads. So then we'll do shift edit. We have to go to the time option. ¿Dónde está? Alright, so theoretically now I could play a pattern where I kind of pepper in some of those reverse ones just to give it sort of a different vibe. Dude, this one sounds sick. Kind of like really sort of, if you do it before the snare, it'll like kind of make it sound like it's cracking a little bit more. Alright, so very simple pattern. I think I just want to use this to like select drums that kind of match what's going on here, and then I can play something a little more complicated later. But yeah, the reverse slices, they do sound cool, kind of peppering them in every now and then. Not too bad. Alright, so let's record in some drums. What do we got here? This one sounds very familiar. Maybe I used it before. Let's see what else we got. One's not too bad. All right, sample it in. And it's set to mono, which is good. Let's do the envelope. Let me do something to the slices where the ones that have the snare have a little bit of a tack on them, so it creates a little bit of space for our snare to like kind of cut through a little bit more. And where's the other one? Let's try to find a kick drum next. Dude, heck yeah. Dude, this thing pitched down. I think it would sound tight. Whoa. Okay. So record it in. The velocity down on this one. Whoops. Dude, alright, so hi-hat situation. I don't know if we even need to use one, because there's already like the rides in the sample. Yo, Reason B, what's up, bro? Dude, we're chilling. It's been pretty stable so far. I haven't gotten any crashes or bugs or anything. Or actually, there was one thing that I was trying to do that like was in the patch notes that didn't work. But it was probably something I was messing up. It was like this timing correct thing. But yeah, it's been pretty chill, man, and definitely stable. So you don't have to worry, or I haven't come across any issues. That is, so knock on wood, I guess. All right, let's see what the hi-hat's about. Let's do sample. Dude, that low sample rate definitely makes these samples sound sick. Okay, let me adjust the envelope here. Yeah, let's not get too complicated with it. It's already got the rides and the sample, so I don't think we need to add hi-hat. But I am going to copy and paste this sequence to make it 2 bars instead of 1 bar, so that we can have some of those drums, come in. Some of the kick notes on the first bar, and then some on the second bar. So let's try that. To copy, so first you have to make it longer, record plus. Now we got 2 bars. Shift C, and then Shift D. All right, so some of the kicks I want on the first one, some on the second one. Maybe we could do like a percussion loop, like a shaker or something. Dude, my bucket list says, does this thingamajig have native reverb? Dude, we got reverb. Check it out. You go FX, reverb, RVB. Oh, dude, it's kind of wonky though, because you have to apply the effects to like every single sample that's in the bank. So right now we're on bank A, that's where I have the rhythm samples. If I wanted to do reverb, it would put reverb on everything, not just the hi-hat. Kind of lame actually, but let's see. Ooh. It's like a dry wet balance or something. And then you could also adjust the length. See what I mean with this? Like, what if I just want it on one pad? Why can't I do that? Teenage engineering. Are you listening? So yeah, to answer your question, my bucket list, yes, there is reverb. And then with the asterisk, some limitations may apply. Okay, so let me turn that off actually. How do I do that? Erase fader. Make the fader be gone. Okie doke. Alright, so percussion loop, maybe? Hit him with the triangle. Maybe not the vibe. Okay, we tried it. Oh, dude, I know where to get samples. Let's check out my other folder. Dude, pitch down bongo loop? I don't know. On today's episode of Let's Try It. Find something here to jazz up the percussion section. Maybe a little pitch down tambourine. I say we come back to it. Let's mess around with the sample chops before this 1-bar loop drives me crazy. Okay, what are we playing in here? Oh yeah, so I want to add the attack to the other snare sample chops. This one I might be able to adjust the start point of it too. And this one too. Whoops. Shift edit. Is it not doing it? Oh, here we go. All right, let's do blank sequence here. Whoops. How do I do this? Record, play? Okay, definitely did not do that right. I think I just gotta like hold record and play it in. That's kind of the vibe here. so the first bar, I want to have that come in on as the third bar. So I have to basically duplicate the sequence from 2 to 4, and then I'll have something different play on the first one. So you do record plus, plus. So now we got 4 bars. Shift C, Shift D, Shift C, Shift D. It's not that hard. Okay. And so this first one, I want something different to play. Maybe something like that. A nice groove to it. Going on in the chat here. Let me catch up here, dude. All right, so Senile 420, dude. Love that name. I can dig it, bro. If you're looking for rave samples, dude. So here's the thing, dude. You can go to ravesamples.com /JMaculate, and there's a 69% off code, dude. All you gotta do is click that button. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah, dude, 240, 420, whatever you got, dude. Whatever you need, they got it. Dude, ravesamples.com. I'm telling you, check it out, dude. Call now, 1-800-RAVE-SAMPLES, dude. Is that 7 numbers? I don't think so. Anyways, dude, that's what's up. All right, so what are we gonna add next on this? Dude, I really want a shaker on this. I think the shaker is going to take it to the next level. We got to find the right one, though. Something like that. let's record it in. First things first. Alright, and I have a trick for this one. So we're going to kind of slice it, quote unquote, not using the chop mode, but just by copying and pasting the sample several times and then adjusting the start point. So sound mode, Shift C, Shift D, and you know this. Okay, can I just press Shift D again and it copies it one more time? Bro, dude, that's what's up. Alright, so this first one's going to be the full sample. You get both the hits, but then I want these two to be like just the first hit and just the second hit, so I can kind of play something unique in. Alright, so start point here. Oh, I have to do the end point for this one, so just the first one. Dude, those numbers are like confusing the hell out of me. Okay. And then we could also make these kind of quieter as well, so it gives it a different sound a bit. Oh, I gotta put them in a mute group as well. Alright, so Shift Edit all the way to the end. Boom. And now they cut each other off, which is helpful. Alright, so we got a little movement with the shaker. Not too bad. Nice little layer. Dude, my bucket list says, what's the overlay on the right for? Dude, thank you for reminding me. I actually forgot to reset it. Boom. Okay, so basically what it's supposed to do is show you the samples that I'm working with. It's very obscuring. It's clair obscure. But basically, when I select a sample, like for instance, the sample drops, so you can see the display, it shows the waveform. I had it off accidentally. So it's a nice visual indicator for like what's going on with the waveform and possibly with the KO2. So that's what that's about. Dude, GatherThread says you can set Reason to 88 BPM and pull in the wave I sent you. Dude, and chop it up bar by bar? Bro. Dude, that'd be dope. Maybe I could download it really quick. Let me finish this beat up and I'll try it out. Alright, what else we got? So yeah, at this point in the beat, I'm usually thinking about what other melodic layers I can add, you know, horn sample or whatever else. And bass is definitely something to think about. Now the sample already has bass in it, but we could use a high pass filter and then play our own bass line. Let me hear what that sounds like. Yeah, I kind of like the bass that's in the sample, so I don't think we need to mess with it too much. Alright, so other melodic layers. So what is not in the sample that we could maybe add? So it's actually quite complex. There's a horn section, which is like this slice. And then there's just guitar throughout. And then you can also hear like the Rhodes and E piano like on this pad. Kind of like the chord that's behind the guitar. So there's already a lot going on. What else could we add? Maybe like a high string or something? Let's just take a look. Shop around. Bro, dude, 2 shakers? Maybe? This is a soft shaker. Let's just record it in. Dude, if I normalize it, it's gonna sound so crazy. Okay. And then I'll put it right here, I guess. Probably chop that up. All right, let me copy it. Whoa. And then I'll do a different start point for this one. Shift edit. Dang it, not the group. TRI. Oh, see, all right, so bucket list, check it out. So when I'm adjusting the start point, I can see it. It's on the screen. So it's kind of quality of life type situation. It's not essential, but having the sample editor up does help. Did it too late? Maybe too early? That was 0.10. Shakers. Never a bad idea. Okay. Vibe action? Dude, I wish I knew how to make the loop mode work on the KO2. I think there's a way to do it to where it can like kind of, you set loop points and it can make the sample play infinitely. Maybe I'll do it on here. On M8. What does this sound like? Whoops. Gotta adjust the endpoint, maybe. All right, I think I can work with that. Let's do it on bank. Is there anything on B? It's a negative, so we'll do that. Okay, and then the envelope. Oh, I want to set it to key mode too so I can let it off and it doesn't play as a one shot. find the notes that are in key. This might be tougher than I thought. Alright, maybe not gonna work. Let's see if I can find one other sound. Dude, some flute. I think some of these notes are in key. Let's try it out. I think this one I will chop to be like the individual notes since it's like several in a series there. So let's do that. All right, definitely need to fix some of these. Alright, and then the other thing I want to do is make it so that they're not one shot, so I can kind of let them off if I want to, which is called the key mode. Dude, maybe this will sound sick with like reverb or delay maybe. Really softens it up. COL. Wonder what that stands for. keep it real simple. I don't have to overcomplicate it. So let me do 2 bars here. Did I do that? Yep. Copy, paste. So just a little low flute, kind of a background layer. Maybe we could do one more. Let's get the gong in the mix, dude. Sounds pretty sick. I'm probably gonna have to high pass it though. Whoa, bro. Because I don't want the bass to clash. So yeah, high pass. Dreamy. Let me do some back end stuff here. Don't mind me. Yep. And then I'll record it in. So yeah, if I put it on BBank, it's going to inherit that like reverb property, which maybe isn't a bad thing. Let's see what it sounds like. And yeah, I'll put it on the bottom left here. Dude, actually sounds kind of sick. All right, so then I don't know if I really want it to be a one shot. Maybe I'll just have it be a key. That's kind of fun. Alright, so yeah, I think these are the two notes I want to use. But yeah, I want it to be 4 bars instead of 2. So let's do that real quick. Copy, pasty, just like so. Alright, I want to do it on the snare. I don't know if I want the high one first or the low one first. I gotta make a decision. Do the high one first. Yeah, it's too bad I used the reverb effect, because now I'm kind of stuck with it. It'd be nice to do some delay, maybe. I guess you could kind of fake delay by like playing the note later. It's always an option. But yeah, Pico Station 7069 says, are you using M8 with KO2? Bro, dude, check us out. Let's see if I can do this. Boom! Dude, it's been there the whole time, bro. All the session. So yeah, dude, I love using M8 with KO2, and pretty much in a basic way. I mostly just use it to record samples, so this is sort of like the sample library. I go in here and, you know, look for the sounds that I like. And then I just record them in. So yeah, nothing too fancy, but definitely M8 is running the show here, so to speak. All right, back on. Okie doke, let's see. I feel like I should add one more layer to this, but I kind of want to work on something else. So let's switch it up. All right, so I need to find a pattern that I can delete so that we can make a new beat. So let's listen around and see what I got. Dude, I made that on last stream. I like it. I don't want to delete it. Not yet. me tell you one thing right now. We're not going to delete that one just yet. I like that one too. Nice smooth jazz type vibes there. Okay. What do we got on number 4? Did I listen to this one? Dude, the bass got messed up on this. I must have accidentally deleted the sample. It's supposed to be like boom, 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 boom. Alright, well, it seems like I actually messed it up, so let's just get rid of it. Okay. I like that sound. Alright. So I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. There's a shortcut to delete the pattern. Or maybe I'll just use the shortcut. Why not? Okay. So basically, GadEarthur taught me how to do this. You have to do erase main and then the projects. And then it deletes it all. It gives you a clean slate. Clean bill of health. So erase main and then whatever the project was. That was number 4. So that's why I held pad 4 down. And then boom. Empty pattern. Dude, at 120 BPM. Where was that guy that was talking about the rave samples? Dude, is 120, is that rave? Or do they go faster? Higher tempo? Dude, what am I doing? Turn it down to 90. Okie doke. So let's find another cool sample to mess with. Using M8. Using the hidden M8. We got Rhodes, dude. What do we got? Dude, that's kind of beautiful. Alright, this is the one. We're going to do something with it. So saith I. Oh wait, did I high pass it? Oh. And I'll turn it up a little bit. Dude, I would bet money there's some cool stereo stuff going on. Let's try it out. It's like kind of ping-ponging. That's what Rhodes do sometimes. Dude, GadEarthur says, depends on the type of rave. Dude, I don't know. I wonder what kind of rave, dude, what was that guy's name again? It had 420 in it. That's all I can remember. Senile 240. Dude, I totally thought it said 420. I guess I have a one-track mind. I don't know. Anyways. Dude, if I pitch it up, it's going to be like super lo-fi. Let's do it. Whoops. Bro, you might be able to put delay on this and just make it sound even more spaced out. But yeah, I need to chop it. Because there's basically 2 notes in the sample, so I want to have one pad control one of them and then the other pad control the other. So we don't have to do chop mode. We can just copy and paste it the old-fashioned way. And then this one, edit the start point. Okay, so they definitely should not play one over the other, so I'll do the mute group as well. I thought it would sound cooler pitched down, but I'm not too into it, I guess. Dude, 69? That's what's up. It's gonna sound weird. I gotta just put it on the thing. Or maybe it's not too bad. Alright, so there's a lot of low end stuff going on, so let me clean that up using the high pass filter. Oh, I could record that in if I wanted to. Alright, so I like the sound of that. Yeah, you can basically use the low pass and the high pass to create sort of a band pass. It's the meeting of the minds, I guess. Yeah, some effects would sound tight too. Maybe let's try... Dude, I wonder what chorus sounds like. Smoking on that senile pack? Dude, maybe I'm going senile. I don't know. Dude, P. Ramos says, beautiful road sample. Where do you get your, where do you mostly get your samples from? Vinyl or kits? Dude, that's a great question. It's kind of 50-50, to be honest with you. So I do have some sessions where I'll like stream and like listen to records and collect samples and stuff, which I actually give out for free too. So check that out. The link to the Patreon's in the description. You don't have to pay for it or anything. But yeah, I'll put like samples that I crate dig or get from crate digging on there. So yeah, I do get some from vinyl, but I also do get samples from like content creators too. So this one specifically is from Marlo Diggs. So he does like the MPC head type stuff. You know, he's got like all the MPCs and his studio is pretty crazy. He's got like Rhodes and a bunch of other instruments. So yeah, these Rhodes in particular were from a sample pack that he did. So he has a Patreon. Marlo Diggs. You've probably seen his videos and stuff. He's a pretty cool dude. Anyways, so yeah, sometimes I get a lot of samples from him and like other content creators. So all over the place, really. Kind of a mix. Dude, Gatterthread says, I programmed 8 slots of the drums on the minimal last night. Used the 8x8 kit mostly. Dude, that's what's up. I can dig it, dude. I can dig it. Dude, it really raises the noise floor on that, kind of like, it's not really a vinyl sound, but there's some kind of like hissing in the recording that the chorus really brings up. Dude, it sounds pretty sick. Just imagine some like boom bap drums on that. Dude, speaking of, let's do that next. Alright, what do we got here? Gotta go to my drums here. Dude, this thing has some like vinyl sound on it. Might have to do the maybe just a light high pass. Yeah, it was kind of like the rumble of the turntable. Keep a little bit on there. Okay, so record it in. Oh, and then, dude, good thing I remembered. So I had changed it to stereo so that when I recorded the Rhodes, you could get kind of that like ping pong panning type situation. Dude, we don't need the drums in stereo though. We need them in mono, so I'm not wasting a bunch of space here. Okay. So that's public service announcement. Don't forget to change back to mono once you're done. Okay. So I do need to adjust the envelope, but for now I'll just get the notes in the sequence. It's crazy how much the envelope can like really shape the sound. So definitely mess around with that, especially if you're getting your drums from like all different kinds of sources. You can use the envelope to kind of clean things up a little bit. All right, kick drum next. Boom, boom, boom. That works. Sample it in. Oh, whoops. And then, yeah, definitely do the envelope here. So you can control the release of it. Not do that right. Okay. opacity down. Yeah, the timing of this one's tough. I don't know where exactly it needs to be. Dude, hell yeah. Got a nice vibe there. Dude. Oh, yo, P. Ramos says, I love Marlo's content and samples. I actually bought my Isla S2400 from him. Dude, that's what's up, bro. So you know what's going on there, dude. Those sample packs he does are like sick. He's always got like crazy Rode samples and all other kinds of sound design stuff that he does. So yeah, dude, that's what's up. Dude, got Earthrid, the Korg Triton. Dude, yeah, I feel like I've seen people talk about how like there's a lot of music from like the early 2000s that people just like, it's just like Korg Triton preset after preset, and it sounds good because they did a good job. Korg knows what's up. I don't have too much Korg gear, to be honest with you. Maybe I got to invest. Alright, let's do hi-hat. Maybe like a double hi-hat pattern. Alright, perfect example of the envelope in effect here. So this hi-hat is like, there's a lot going on. It's got like this kind of weird sound and it cuts off in a strange way. But I think with the envelope, we can really tighten it up. So let's do that. Dude, you gotta love that low sample rate. Okay, now, envelope. Still sounds kind of gnarly. Alright, so let's copy and paste this pad. So I got two of them. I can play it like that. So copy, paste. Alright, so this is the hard part. So I'm gonna have to record it in and get a good take. And that might be difficult, but I'll try it out. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to record 4 bars of it, and then hopefully one of those bars has like the correct timing. So I just need to extend the length here, and then we'll copy, paste, paste, paste. Okay, and then if one of the bars has like a pretty nice like hi-hat pattern, then I can just copy that and use that for all of them. So let's try it out. Oh, I don't even have the metronome. Yeah, let me turn the metronome on too. How does one do that? Okay. Timing. No, that's the swing. Oh, it's in tempo. There we go. Okay, so let's do it. I think the last bar was actually the best. Let's... I wonder if there's a way to just loop that last bar. First one wasn't bad either. I'm kind of surprised at that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to copy the fourth bar to number 2, and I'll just keep 1 and 2. So bring it back down to 2 bars as the length. And then now we can adjust the parameters. We can adjust the parameters of the hi-hat to like kind of give it a different sound. While the sequence is recorded, you can adjust the parameters while it's playing, which is pretty cool. So one of them is a slightly lower pitch, one of them is quieter, and it kind of creates this interesting sort of rhythm to it, I guess. Alright, so what other layers can we add? Maybe more rhythm section stuff? Open hat, perhaps? Maybe. Let's see. Oh yeah, since we have a basic rhythm section, maybe I can come back to the Rhodes. so here's the thing. I got to do 4 bars. Right now it's just 2. And then we're going to copy 1, 2, 3, DDD, copy 2, 2, 2. You know how we do. And then, yeah, I got to have this one play on the last bar, which means I have to erase something. What's going on here? Oh, dude, I messed it up. Whoops. I think I copied 1 to 2. Oh, but this one is correct? Yeah, well, I can just play it again. It's not that hard. Okay, so I totally messed that up. Whoops. Let's just do it from the top, I guess. So, erase. Dude, something like that. Not quite right, though. Maybe I do need that first note in again. That's come in a little bit earlier. Oh, whoa, whoops. That works. Alright, I think we need to add some bass. We need the low end poppin'. And Gather Thread says, what we got here? stem separation. It's kind of like all the other ones. It's sort of like, it's not perfect, but it leaves some artifacts and whatnot. I don't know. It's better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, it can be a little tough to work with for sure. All right, let's do some bass. This kind of plucky sound on this thing. It sounds crazy by itself. Hit it with the low pass though. Schmoove like butter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not quite. Alright, we can use the low pass filter on the KO2. Just have B be the bass bank. So sample it in. Whoa. Nasty. And then fader low pass. And we should probably do a key mode as well. That way we can kind of let off the bass when we want. Alright, so let's try not to mess this up. Copy 1, 2, 3. Copy 2, 2, 4. And then yeah, I want this last note to be different. added that pluck back. Otherwise, kind of a wonky sample, but I do like the sound of that pluck. Alright, so we got bass in there. And there's still a lot of room to add to the arrangement. So maybe like horn sample or something else. Some other cuts would sound sick. Quiet or lower the volume of it, it'll make a nice layer in the background. So let's go ahead and do that. Sample it in. That nice rhythm guitar sample. Or it's kind of like a rhythm sort of wuck wuck. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I definitely have to play something different. Can't just loop for a bar. Okay, 2 bars. Dude, I wish I could put like delay or something else on it, but the FX is locked to chorus. Maybe chorus will sound tight. I don't know. Yo, Samurai Chill Beats. What's up, bro? Alright, what else we got? Whoops. But that, let's record it in here. messing that up. Okay, maybe like one other horn. It's like a different sound or something. This one sounds pretty chill. Let's get it recorded in. Alright, so let me copy this thing so that I can have it start a little bit later, because there's a couple notes in the sample. Shift C, Shift D. I just realized they have the reverse option now. So maybe there's like a reverse horn chop that I can play. I don't know. Let's try and find out. I feel like this one might be cool to like kind of ping pong a little bit. because it's kind of a longer, sample. Okay. All right, so once again, copy and paste, Control C, or Shift C, I mean. Whoa, I'm not in sound edit mode. Whoops. All right, and then to get to the new reverse option, you just go to time, and then turn the X knob all the way to the right. But then I will definitely need to adjust the length of it. Oh, and then I have to adjust the envelope as well. Kind of interesting there. Maybe not quite the vibe though. Alright, so the horn chops sound nice. It's like not too complicated. I think it works. Maybe some other sounds though. Guess we could add something to the rhythm section too, just to kind of jazz it up a little bit, because right now it's just the kick snare and the hi-hat. Let's see. this organ riff sounds kind of sick with it. Alright, let's record it in. Dude, I wonder what it's going to sound like on the bank that has like the chorus on it. Might sound crazy. Let's find out. Okay, turn off keys mode. So we'll record it right here. Yeah, the chorus kind of gives it a nice like stereo sort of sound. Okay, so I need to set it to keys mode, I think. Was I playing it? I can't even remember. I think that was it. Alright, so same old trick as before. We gotta go to sound, copy, paste, and then I gotta adjust the trim on this one. I want that like second kind of part of the riff. Maybe I gotta do it later. What's cracking? Everything's good over here. What's up with you? bell tree action. I've been going hard on these, and let's keep it up. Okay. Sample it in right here. Whoa, dude, I gotta hit this with the filter. High pass. Dude, this is a perfect candidate for the reverse playback mode, so we can kind of ping pong it. Do I have a choke group set on bank A? That's the $1 million question. Copy, pasty. I do not. Boom. And then go to timing, turn this thing. And I have to adjust the endpoint as well. So that's kind of the vibe. You can sort of like bring it back and forth in a old school way. Dude, still have no idea what this effect is or does. That's pretty dope though. I'm having too much fun here. Oh, dude, late Fenar? Oh, man. Dude, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate that. much, man. Dude, glad you're digging the vibes. And there you have it, folks. Dude, heck yeah. Dude, this beat turned out tight. Yeah, the organ... Dude, I've been messing around with the organ samples more. There's some cool stuff you can do with them. I don't know, it's just got a whole different vibe. I guess that's why it's its own instrument and not, you know, the E-piano or whatever. So yeah, definitely some cool stuff here. Nice. Let's listen to that other one that I made. Let's see. That was on 3, I think. If memory serves me correct. Okay. Nice. That's pretty much it. Just kind of loops. Alright, so that was the first beat, and then remind me, what do we do for this one? Was that 4? Might have been 7. Oh, it was 4. Folks, well, I think that's gonna do it for this one. Yeah, I like having the low pass on. It's pretty tight. I do have to keep pressure on it though. But yeah, this was a sick session. Definitely got to check out the new firmware update from Teenage Engineering for the KO2. Pretty dope stuff, so check it out if you haven't. It's operating system 2.5, and they added a bunch of cool stuff like reverse sample playback and some other things. So definitely scope it out. All right, I'm just gonna stop that. But yeah, let me give some shout outs to the chat before we get going here. Dude, to all the good people out there. Dude, Gat Earthrid, Chatta number 1. Dude, Linda Sun, peace to you. Who else we got? Dude, My Bucket List. Dude, shout out to you, bro. Thanks for tuning in. Dude, Simon Vergard. Dude, Reason Beat said what's up. Dude, Senile 240, who I mistakenly thought was Senile 420. So whoops, my bad, dude. Who else do we get in the chat here? Scrolling through my list, dude. Pico Station, shout out to you. Dude, Samurai Chill, and of course, Leigh Feynar. Dude, coming in clutch with the super chat. All right. But yeah, that's going to do for this one. So thanks for rocking out with me. Hope to catch you on the next one. But until then, peace.